Hi, my name is Matt, and I was just gonna make a video about kind of about myself and who I am and the misconceptions that some people have about me because of how I'm perceived. And I guess I just want to make this to just let people know that, like, just because people think that people are one way because they act a certain way or they do a certain thing, it does not mean that. It might, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. My self-worth, it's a weird thing for me because on one hand I have like no feeling of self-worth, and and in that instance, or in that case of that happening, it's more like if I walk into a room, or if there was a party going on and I was invited and I didn't show up, no, in my mind nobody would notice, and so it wouldn't matter if I was there or not. So like that's how I see my self-worth in that type of situation. But my self-worth as a person, I have a lot of self-worth as a person. I have worked hard to be the person that I am, and also prayed and had God help me a lot to be the person that I am today. That I have a tremendous amount of self-worth for the person that I am. Now, do I have self-worth? Like, do I feel like if I were to like pass away, would people be like, sad for days, weeks, whatever? In my mind, no. Maybe for a day, but it wouldn't be for a long time. So like in that case, I don't have a lot of self-worth. But that's how I am usually, or like normally, as how I act is that I'm perceived that I don't have self-worth because of how I act, because I'm seen as timid sometime. I'm seen as scared or nervous, anxious, which can be the case, but it doesn't mean that that's the feeling that is like the most in me, if that makes sense. So like I might have a timid feeling, but I also have like an overconfident feeling along with that little bit of timid feeling. But the timid feeling is what shows physically from me. The nervous and anxious feeling, the same thing. It comes out, and the confidence is like off to the side. It's there, and I have it, but people don't see that right away, or they need something to happen for them to notice my confidence. Otherwise, they just look at me and see nervous, timid, anxious Matt, when that's not the case. So just because, well, actually, when I start comparing my feelings like with someone else, I start realizing like how different I am, and I can't do that. It's hard because that's what I do a lot of times is I'll compare. I'll be like, if I was in their shoes, what I feel like, how would I feel? And then I would think to myself, that's how I would feel. But nobody really knows unless, everyone's different. So, I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say anymore. This is going to be a long, boring video. It's just there's a lot of people that probably see me as being somebody I'm not. I'm probably like, I am a nice guy. Like I am just deep down like a genuine person, a nice person. I do get mad. I'm not happy sometimes. I'm not, I'm not always nice. There's sometimes I'm mean. I'm just like everyone else. I do have empathy though. That's something you can't fake. You can, but you can't. So like people that really have empathy, you can't fake it. Like it's just natural. Like when you see somebody struggling or that might need help or needs help, somebody with empathy, they just move. They move to that situation to try to help, like no matter what. It doesn't necessarily mean like putting yourself in danger or doing something unnecessary, because there's a difference between helping someone in need and doing something unnecessary. If somebody has a pop tire on the side of the road and they're sitting down slowly taking the lug nuts off, like they could care less. Not an old person where they can't physically do it, like a young person that could do it. Just like I've seen this before, and they were turning the thing like they could care less what they were doing. That kind of person, I'm probably not going to stop and help. Like somebody else that was like struggling where they couldn't get it and they were trying to get it, I would probably stop and help them. It's really weird. I like helping people that need it, and I don't feel the need to help people that don't. I guess that's a little part of me. If you wanted to know a little bit about myself, there you go. It's probably the most boring video ever.